The arrival of the invaders, the Colothians, an ancient species that dominated the farthest reaches of the galaxy, had never known defeat. Their empire had existed for centuries, their fleets sweeping through star systems with terrifying precision. The Colothians were not just conquerors, they were rulers, and they saw all others as lesser beings, to be subjugated or erased. Prince Xerok, the most powerful and prideful of their leaders, had heard of Earth, a small, insignificant planet on the edge of the galaxy. To him, it was nothing more than an easy target, a primitive world ripe for the taking. His scouts had reported that the humans were weak, technologically backward, and lacked the strength to defend themselves. Xerok laughed at the idea of facing such a trivial species. "Conquest of Earth will be effortless," he declared as his fleet prepared for the invasion. His ships arrived above Earth's atmosphere like dark clouds, their immense shadows blotting out the sun. Earth's government scrambled in panic, their military forces in disarray. The humans had never encountered anything like the Colothian might. Xerok's fleet was a massive, unstoppable force, and he took pleasure in watching the panic unfold. Across Earth, the Colothians broadcast their message to the planet: "Your time is over. Prepare to be conquered." Xerok gave them no time to negotiate, no room for resistance. His fleet hovered above Earth's major cities, ready to obliterate them with a single command: the awakening. What Xerok did not anticipate was humanity's resilience. Despite the overwhelming odds, the humans refused to submit. Their response was swift, unexpected, and deadly. Earth's leaders, who had feared the worst, had secretly developed advanced technologies in anticipation of an alien threat. The human military unleashed weapons that the Colothians could never have imagined. Humanity's secret weapon was their ingenuity. In the underground labs of Earth's greatest minds, soldiers had been enhanced with cutting-edge cybernetic augmentations. These soldiers, equipped with AI-driven exosuits, had the strength, speed, and intelligence to rival even the Colothian shock troops. Their first strike came in the dead of night, as Earth's elite forces infiltrated the Colothian command ship, using cloaking devices and advanced EMP technology to disable the alien fleet's weapon systems. When the Colothians attempted to retaliate, Earth's forces unleashed their own weaponry: high-powered railguns, anti-matter missiles, and electromagnetic disruptors that disabled Colothian warships with devastating efficiency. The battle that followed was unlike anything the Colothians had ever faced. For the first time, they encountered an enemy that would not bend, a species that fought back not with fear, but with the fire of survival. Xerok stood in disbelief. "This cannot be happening," he muttered. The Colothians had been wrong about Earth. Humanity, though still young and fragile in comparison to the galaxy's elder civilizations, had something that the Colothians never anticipated: unbreakable resolve. The turning tide, the Colothian forces, accustomed to victory and superiority, were rattled. They had underestimated the humans, and now they were paying the price. As the Colothian warships struggled to regroup, Earth's forces launched a series of coordinated attacks on their key command structures. Earth's military leaders knew that to defeat the Colothians, they had to break their leadership and destroy their ability to wage war. In a decisive move, a team of Earth's best operatives infiltrated the Colothian flagship, a vessel that had once seemed invincible. They fought their way to the heart of the ship, planting explosives at critical junctions. As the operatives detonated their charges, the Colothian flagship shuddered and began to crumble. The explosion sent shockwaves through the Colothian fleet, causing chaos and disarray among their ranks. Xerok's flagship, once the symbol of Colothian might, was no more. The humans had struck at the heart of the empire. As the remaining Colothian ships struggled to stay afloat, Earth's military launched wave after wave of attacks, targeting the now vulnerable fleet. No Colothian ship was safe. No planet was beyond the reach of human vengeance. Xerok, unable to cope with the loss of his command ship, ordered a full retreat. His fleet fled deeper into the galaxy, hoping to regroup and rebuild. But Earth's vengeance was relentless. They pursued the Colothian remnants across the stars, unwilling to let their enemies escape unpunished. The Hunt-Zarok's retreat to the outer edges of the galaxy was not a means of survival, but of desperation. The Colothians had been reduced to scattered pockets of survivors, fleeing from Earth's unyielding wrath. No matter where they went, the humans followed. With each passing day, the Colothians lost more ground. Humanity had learned how to track them, how to anticipate their every move. Earth's military was no longer just a defense force. It had become an unstoppable war machine, bent on one thing: complete annihilation of the Colothian Empire. As the Colothian colonies fell one by one, Zarok's pride was shattered. His once unquestioned authority had crumbled. His empire was nothing more than a memory. In his private chambers, he had no choice but to confront the truth. Earth was superior to his empire in ways he never could have imagined. His people, once conquerors of worlds, were now nothing more than fugitives scrambling to survive. Meanwhile, Earth's forces were becoming more unified. Every colony, every system that had been affected by Colothian tyranny, now rallied to Earth's. Humanity had not only fought for their survival, they had become the symbol of defiance across the galaxy. The fall of the Colothian Empire. It was on a desolate, uncharted moon in the outskirts of the galaxy that Zarok's final plea was sent. The Colothians had nowhere left to run. The remnants of his fleet were scattered, his soldiers broken. His once mighty empire was on the brink of collapse. Desperate and broken, Zarok transmitted a message to Earth, his voice quivering with fear. "We surrender. We acknowledge your superiority. Please, spare what is left of my people. We beg for mercy." The message echoed through the void, reaching Earth's leaders. For a moment there was silence. Humanity had never been given the chance to seek mercy from their invaders. Yet now, they held the power to decide the fate of an empire. The Earth Council debated long into the night. Some wanted to end it, to wipe out the Colothians once and for all. But others saw an opportunity to teach the galaxy a lesson. The arrogance of the Colothians had to be punished, but perhaps mercy could be a greater weapon. In the end, it was decided. The Colothians would be spared, but only on humanity's terms. Zarok and his remaining followers were exiled to a barren planet, their technology and military dismantled. The remnants of their empire were to be taken apart piece by piece, with the knowledge of their failure serving as a warning to others. The price of pride on. The barren world where Zarok and his people were stranded, the last remnants of the Colothian Empire were left to reflect on their hubris. The Colothian survivors lived in exile, their once great civilization reduced to dust. As the days passed, Zarok wandered the desolate landscape, contemplating the arrogance that had led to his downfall. He realized, too late, that the humans had been right all along. Earth's people, though young, had a power that no empire could conquer: the strength of their spirit. Meanwhile, Earth's victory resonated throughout the galaxy. The message was clear: never again would any species underestimate humanity. The Colothians had mocked Earth, and now they were paying the price for their pride. The galaxy would remember the day the mighty Colothians fell, and how a species, once considered weak, became the force that shattered the illusion of superiority across the stars. For those who had once dismissed Earth as insignificant, their judgment would haunt them forever. And for humanity, the lesson was simple: when you underestimate us, you will be the one to regret it.